Last October, I sold my home in Michigan, loaded up my bicycle, and set off, crisscrossing the country, Forrest Gump style, some have said, on a 2-year volunteer mission around the country to help people get to their chemo appointments. Along the way, I've pedaled over 7,000 miles, spent hundreds of nights in my tent, repaired dozens of flat tires, ruined 3 bikes, and, thankfully, encountered 0 bears so far. The thing is, I'm just getting started, because all of that is nothing compared to the 10 or 20 miles that stand in between some people and the cancer treatments that could save their lives. I believe that every cancer patient deserves to get the recommended treatments on the recommended schedule, and that schedule can be so important. The American Cancer Society does too, so they have this program called Road to Recovery to help with this. It's been around since the early 80s, helped countless people. It works a lot like Uber, except the drivers are all volunteers, the rides are totally free, and the stakes are, very high. Problem is, it's been heartbreakingly short on drivers since the pandemic. More than half of all the requests were rejected last year because we just didn't have enough drivers in each area. I'm a Rotarian, and our theme last year was to create hope in the world. If you've ever been to an ACS event, you know that word, hope, it's at the very center of everything we do. We're always hoping that the next batch of research will be a big step forward. We hope that people will go get screened in time. We hope that a biopsy comes back negative. We hope that the insurance companies will cover the needed treatments. We hope that employers are understanding of all the time someone needs to take off. We do everything in our power, and then we hope. So when my son went off to college last year, I got on my bike and I set off with the hope that I could find some drivers along the way. I've talked to over 80 different Rotary clubs so far, and when I tell them how flexible the program is, how they can see a list of what rides their neighbors need, and all they have to do is raise their hand a couple times a month when they see a request that fits their schedule, there's generally a person or two in each club that's happy to help out. That's fantastic, and I'm going to keep shouting this from the rooftops everywhere I go. But on my own, I can just barely move the needle. Y'all in the media can spread the word way faster than I could ever hope to. Whoever your audience might be, I'm willing to bet they've all been touched by cancer in some way, and many of them know exactly how big the transportation burden can be. If you think they'd want to hear about this need and opportunity, I'd be happy to do an interview, get you the local statistics, local pictures, put you in touch with the regional coordinator, a current volunteer driver, whatever you need to make it work. If it's easier for you, you can go to chemoriders.org/press to find some FAQs and just run with that. Or reach out to my Chemo Riders Facebook page or at info@chemoriders.org, or call or text me at 248-387-9876. Thank you so much for taking the time to consider this, and I hope we can come up with something your audience will appreciate.